Because I oftentimes think that women are just recognized as hysterical human beings and overreacting in everything because of our emotions. So oftentimes when we really need it, then we are not understood. We are just taken as like a little bit cuckoo, like this woman is really losing her plot. And
Yeah,
this is the
Tiasha,
sad part about it.
At times it feels that way from a man's perspective, or at least I'm speaking for me.
Hmm.
There are
Yeah.
some things we can. Why do I have to do this thing right now? I've heard you.
Hmm.
We agree. You ask me to do it, yes, I'll do it.
Hmm.
But I hate when you want me to do it in your own terms, in your own time and everything. Jesus Christ. It could be very annoying.
Yeah, but see, I tell my husband, for example, when this happens, I tell him, listen, I would, if possible, right now, send you to my head. Because
Okay.
if you don't do this now, my whole plan, my whole analyzation, whatever I did in my brain is collapsing. And I know that it's very hard to understand. And like, for example, hey, can you take the bin down, please? Yeah, I will.
Good. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, the bin bag is there. It's smelling, it's stinking. Can you please take it? I don't know, the kids are going around. You understand? I don't want that in a house. Yeah, yeah, I will. And then, for example, sits on a couch and he's on the phone. If at that moment I would bite heads off. Why? You can be on the phone, whatever is on the phone is gonna wait. This bag, for example, stinks at the moment. And yes, we women, we are like that. And sometimes I feel like if we ask something, you guys also take it as a demand. And because of your ego,
At
you're also
times,
like, I told you
no.
I'm gonna
Let's
do
be
it, but I'm not
honest.
gonna do it.
Let's be honest, Tasha. At times, it is purely
Yes.
demand.
I mean, come on, like if I ask you, like if I cook lunch, I did the dishes, I took care of the kids, I did the laundry, I folded the clothes, I put them back, I selected everything. And if I ask you to just take that bin out, the only chore in a day that you actually can have at that point, and you're gonna tell me that is a demand, like I tell, listen, are you my roommate or you are my partner?
No, at times, Tasha, the problem is that I don't know why.
Is the
Maybe
way we say it, right?
it's yeah. Apart from the way, okay, at least that's the general way we can be able to accept it. Look, because you just said, are you my partner or are you my roommate? In men's head,
Hmm.
the question is, are you my mother or why? I'm not a child. I just told you that I will do it.
Yes,
I'll do it.
exactly. But teenagers also say, I'll do it. You guys,
Okay.
I say to my husband sometimes, you don't want me
Mhm.
to mother you, stop acting like a child. It's very simple. But at the same time, you need that mothering role because you need that. You just need, it's your nature. You don't want your wife to be your mother because that title icks you, of course, but you need that mothering role for the rest of your life because that's how you guys are. That's why you have a woman who then takes a role of a mother as a, with a new title of a wife and takes care of you. Your mother has been doing laundry, she was cooking for you, making your bed, doing everything. Did we lose you?
Oh my God. My browser, what happened?
Well, we can see.
Jeez.
Oh, it's your old. The picture is now your old discussion that you had.
Yeah.
Uh, Single mothers, which is also
Six
very
years single.
appropriate, by the way.
But can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
See what happened?
Well,
Oh my God.
welcome back. You're
Ah, God
back.
damn it. God damn it. Oh,
Um,
it's
it's
unbelievable.
just, I think that you guys also need to change that a little bit. You know,
Mm.
just Because at the same time you want to be that, man and all of that. Yeah, be a man now. I ask you to take the bin down, feel useful. Oh, I've done something for my wife. If you want to take it like that, although I always say you haven't done it for me. Because you guys often say, oh, I wash the dishes for you. For me. For
Us,
me. For
us.
me. Oh my god, thank you so much. Here is your reward. It's just, yeah. So e- sometimes I'm just
Mhm.
want to add this in. When you
Okay.
have a partners that put certain load on you or don't understand, or maybe like it can be just on daily basis every now and again, and
Mm,
put that extra load on you, it does feel like you have, rather than a help, an extra child on your shoulders. And
that's true.
this is where it also, then sometimes they say, well, I'm rather than single because I at least know that I don't have another load on my shoulders. So it's also ignited by that, right? It's just it's a normal response, I think, to all of that, though.
Okay. Quick
um
one. Quick one. For
yes.
the fact that you said that women need women to mother us all our life because that is in our nature and everything. Then my
Hmm.
question, therefore, why do you guys complain then? Why do you complain? Because there is a saying, what is understood doesn't need to be explained. If this is the case, why do you end up complaining
Your mother never complained.
a lot?
Hmm.
And that's what we don't want. And
Oh,
now you
you
are
don't
going
want,
there
we
again.
also don't, but you also don't, I mean, I
And now
no,
you are
it
going
goes
there
back to that.
again.
You don't want us to nag. You don't want
Yes.
us to do that. I always say there is something called a common sense.
Yes.
A simple
It's true
example
for
is gonna
everyone.
be, if you have, I don't know, a house, and you have, when you have an entrance, and there
Hmm.
maybe you have like a shoe rack or whatever. A common sense is to take the shoes off there and put it
Yeah.
there, right? That's a common
True.
sense. So why do you walk, for example? That's just an example that came out of my head now. Um,
Hmm.
why do you then walk in a house? Don't take shoes off. You walk, let's say, I don't know how the goes. Let's say to the living room, and then to the dining room and the kitchen in the shoes, and then you go back, and you sit at, let's say, dining table, and you take shoes off and you put them under the dining table, and then you stand up and you
It makes no
walk,
sense.
and you pass the hole, and you go to the toilet. You just pass the hole. Why didn't you take those shoes you just left under the table and put them in a common sense place? So yeah, I will come at you and I will be like, why did you leave shoes here? Oh man, you're complaining again. Why? I'm gonna take them. Yeah, but you just walked past. Why didn't you do it before? Why do I need to tell you to do it? Because if I know for million percent, I'm sure now. If I don't tell you, you will not do it, but you tell me that I'm nagging. I'll do it. It's just, and when it comes to mothers, if you don't have children, there are certain things that you still find cute. Like, I know if I go back, for example, until I had kids and like a load of all the things on my shoulders,
Yes.
stuff like that didn't bother me. I picked the shoe, I put it back. And I could do that, for example, whole day, every day. It wouldn't bother me that much. But when you are overstimulated, this is what we are talking about today. When you
Yes.
have a load of information and all the shit carrying, even where your husband's keys are, is because he's, I don't know, gonna come home in 2 hours and he's gonna be asking about that key. So you need to remember where that key is when you pass by it for the third time. Okay, I need to remember it's there. You understand? It's
That's
just,
true.
it's so many things, and it's too much. Then a simple, I don't know, shoe under the table is gonna throw me off the rail. It will. I'm sorry, because you are a next adult in a house. So why do I need to take an extra load instead of you to divide my load? So that's when we react, yeah. And that's when nagging and complaining and probably raising voice and all the arguments are coming. And yes, you know how many times now I have 3 kids. Let's say in 3 years now, because 3 years now I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know how many times in 3 years I just shouted, I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do it anymore. Uncountable times. And I, I'm gonna repeat that for everyone. I am a very strong, characterized woman. I'm very strong. I am very, very strong. I know that for a fact. I will go through shit and I will still stand. I went through shit and I'm still standing. But there are certain moments in, I don't know, in a day or in a week or in a month where I lose it. I completely lose it because it's like I'm on a repeat, day in, day out,
Mm.
day in, day out. And you
Yeah.
can't do it. Like you're spinning in a circle and you're just getting more and more shit on your shoulders. And yes, I'm sorry, my kids are not gonna get, I don't know, fuck off from me. You will. And it's not, sometimes you're not even as a partner, you're not even guilty of it. I get that, but you're the only one there that can help that at that moment.